Welcome to Motive Mystery, where the wisdom of the ages meets the challenges of today. In today's video, we explore the extraordinary life and legacy of Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath whose genius spanned across art, science, and invention. Da Vinci, a quintessential figure of the Renaissance, is celebrated for his profound contributions to the world of art with masterpieces like the Mona Lisa and the Last Supper. His curiosity and innovative spirit led him to delve into various fields, including anatomy, engineering, and astronomy. Leonardo's notebooks, filled with sketches, scientific diagrams, and inventive ideas, reveal a mind that was relentlessly inquisitive and ahead of its time. His approach to combining art and science has left a lasting impact on how we perceive and engage with the world around us. Join us as we delve into 30 of his most insightful quotes, uncovering the depth of his wisdom and its relevance in today's world. Painting is poetry that is seen rather than felt, and poetry is painting that is felt rather than seeing. Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath of the Renaissance, often explored the interplay between visual art and literature, emphasizing their complementary nature. The essence of this quote is about the interconnectedness of different art forms, where painting and poetry are seen as two sides of the same coin, each expressing beauty in its own unique way. In today's diverse artistic landscape, this quote inspires artists and audiences alike to appreciate the myriad ways in which art can be experienced and interpreted. A painter should begin every canvas with a wash of black, because all things in nature are dark except where exposed by the light. Leonardo da Vinci's approach to painting was deeply rooted in his understanding of light and shadow, and how they define forms in nature. The essence of this quote is about the fundamental role of darkness in giving shape and depth to art, highlighting the importance of contrast and visual representation. In the realm of art, this perspective encourages artists to appreciate the interplay of light and dark, recognizing that shadows are as essential to the creation of depth and dimension as light itself. Once you have tasted flight, you will forever walk the earth with your eyes turned skyward, for there you have been, and there you will always long to return. Leonardo da Vinci's fascination with flight stemmed from his deep studies in bird anatomy and aerodynamics, reflecting his desire to transcend human limitations. The essence of this quote is about the transformative power of new experiences and the longing they create to explore beyond our known boundaries. In our lives, this quote inspires us to embrace new challenges and experiences, reminding us that once we expand our horizons, we are forever changed and always yearning to explore more. Study without desire spoils the memory, and it retains nothing that it takes in. Leonardo da Vinci, known for his insatiable curiosity and desire to understand the world, believed that passion is essential for learning and retaining knowledge. The essence of this quote lies in the importance of having a genuine interest and desire in what we learn. Without it, knowledge becomes fleeting and superficial. In our modern educational and professional environments, this quote reminds us that true learning and retention come from an inner drive and passion, not just from external pressures or obligations. It had long since come to my attention that people of accomplishment rarely sat back and let things happen to them. They went out and happened to things. This statement reflects Leonardo da Vinci's observation of successful individuals, noting their proactive approach to life and challenges. The essence of this quote is about taking initiative and being an active participant in one's own life, rather than a passive observer. In today's world, where many feel at the mercy of external circumstances, this quote inspires us to take control of our destiny and be the architects of our own lives. The painter has the universe in his mind and hands. Leonardo da Vinci, a master of art and science, believed that a painter's imagination and skill could capture the vastness and complexity of the universe. The essence of this quote is about the limitless potential of human creativity and expression, where the mind and hands work in unison to bring forth wonders. In our contemporary world, this quote encourages us to recognize and value the power of artistic expression in capturing and reflecting the complexities of life and the universe. Nothing strengthens authority so much as silence. This profound observation by Leonardo da Vinci highlights the power of silence in commanding respect and authority. The essence of this quote is about the strategic use of silence as a tool of power and control, often more impactful than words. In our current society, where constant communication is the norm, this quote reminds us of the strength and authority that can be conveyed through thoughtful silence. I love those who can smile in trouble. Reflecting Leonardo da Vinci's admiration for resilience, this quote captures his appreciation for those who maintain positivity in adversity. At its core, this quote celebrates the human spirit's ability to find joy and strength even in challenging times. As we navigate through an era of uncertainty, this quote inspires us to embrace resilience and find reasons to smile amidst our struggles. One can have no smaller or greater mastery than mastery of oneself. Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath who mastered various fields, emphasized the ultimate importance of self-mastery. This quote delves into the idea that true mastery and accomplishment come from within, highlighting the power of self-discipline and self-awareness. In our contemporary world, where external achievements are often celebrated, this quote reminds us that the most significant triumph is mastering our own minds and actions. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. Leonardo da Vinci, renowned for his insatiable curiosity, always sought deeper understanding in his pursuits. This quote encapsulates the idea that true fulfillment comes from the enlightenment and comprehension of the world around us. In our quest for knowledge and wisdom, this quote inspires us to value the process of learning and understanding as the highest form of pleasure. I have from an early age abjured the use of meat, and the time will come when men such as I will look upon the murder of animals as they now look upon the murder of men. Leonardo da Vinci, ahead of his time, adopted a vegetarian lifestyle, reflecting his deep respect for all forms of life. This quote speaks to his visionary belief in the sanctity of all living beings and foreshadows a future where humanity reevaluates its relationship with animals. In our modern context, this quote challenges us to consider the ethical implications of our choices and the respect we owe to all life forms. Nothing can be loved or hated unless it is first understood. Leonardo da Vinci's pursuit of knowledge was grounded in the belief that understanding is the precursor to any emotional response. This quote underscores the importance of comprehension and awareness in forming opinions and feelings about the world. In a time where snap judgments are common, this quote reminds us to seek understanding before forming our loves and dislikes. The smallest feline is a masterpiece. Celebrating the marvels of nature, Leonardo da Vinci saw beauty and complexity in even the smallest creatures. This quote reflects his deep appreciation for the intricacies and wonders of life, regardless of size. In our world, often obsessed with grandeur, this quote invites us to find beauty and value in the small, everyday aspects of life. Art is never finished, only abandoned. Leonardo da Vinci, known for leaving many works incomplete, believed that art is a continuous process without a definitive end. This quote reflects the idea that creation is an evolving journey, where the artist's vision and expression are perpetually in flux. In our pursuit of perfection, this quote reminds us that the beauty of art lies in its ongoing process and evolution, rather than in a final, static state. As a well-spent day brings happy sleep, so life well used brings happy death. Leonardo da Vinci's philosophy embraced the fullness of life, valuing each day as a precious opportunity. This quote suggests that a life well lived, filled with purpose and fulfillment, leads to a sense of peace at its conclusion. In our fast-paced world, this quote encourages us to make the most of our time, finding joy and meaning in our daily lives, leading to a contented end. If you are alone, you belong entirely to yourself. If you are accompanied by even one companion, you belong only half to yourself, or even less in proportion to the thoughtlessness of his conduct and if you have more than one companion, you will fall more deeply into the same plight. Leonardo da Vinci highlighted the value of solitude and self-possession, emphasizing personal space and introspection. This quote reflects the idea that being alone allows for complete self-governance and freedom, whereas companionship, though enriching, can dilute personal autonomy. In our interconnected world, this quote invites us to balance our social interactions with moments of solitude to maintain our sense of self. Learning never exhausts the mind. Leonardo da Vinci, an epitome of the Renaissance man, believed in the limitless potential of the human mind for learning and discovery. This quote conveys the idea that the pursuit of knowledge is an invigorating and endless journey, not a burden. In a world that often views education as a means to an end, this quote reminds us that learning is a lifelong, enriching process that continually rejuvenates the mind. I love those who can smile in trouble, who can gather strength from distress, and grow brave by reflection. 'Tis the business of little minds to shrink, but they whose heart is firm, and whose conscience approves their conduct, will pursue their principles unto death. Leonardo da Vinci admired resilience, and the ability to remain positive and principled in the face of adversity. This quote emphasizes the virtue of steadfastness and moral integrity, especially in challenging times. In an era where challenges and uncertainties are prevalent, this quote inspires us to find strength in adversity and remain true to our values. The knowledge of all things is possible. Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath, believed in the boundless capacity of the human mind to understand and learn about the world. This quote reflects his optimistic view on the potential for human knowledge and understanding. In a rapidly evolving world, this quote encourages us to embrace the pursuit of knowledge and believe in our ability to comprehend the complexities of the universe. The greatest deception men suffer is from their own opinions. Leonardo da Vinci recognized the pitfalls of being overly reliant on one's own perspective and biases. This quote highlights the danger of being trapped in one's own subjective viewpoints, limiting broader understanding. In a world where diverse perspectives are crucial, this quote reminds us to be open-minded and consider multiple viewpoints to gain a more comprehensive understanding. There are three classes of people: those who see when they are shown, those who do not see. Da Vinci's observation categorizes people based on their levels of perception and willingness to learn. This quote reflects on the varying degrees of awareness and understanding among individuals. In an age of information overload, this quote encourages us to strive for the first class, actively seeking knowledge and understanding, rather than passively receiving or ignoring information. Principles for the development of a complete mind: study the science of art. Study the art of science. Develop your senses, especially learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. Leonardo da Vinci, a polymath, emphasized the interconnection between diverse fields of study and the importance of holistic learning. This quote inspires a comprehensive approach to learning, blending the analytical with the creative, and enhancing perceptual skills. In our interconnected world, this quote urges us to embrace interdisciplinary learning and recognize the interconnectedness of all knowledge. I have been impressed with the urgency of doing. Knowing is not enough, we must apply. Being willing is not enough, we must do. Da Vinci's life was a testament to the power of action over mere contemplation. This quote emphasizes the necessity of translating knowledge into action and the importance of proactive engagement. In a world where ideas abound, this quote challenges us to move beyond thinking to doing, turning our ideas and intentions into tangible actions. It is easier to resist at the beginning than at the end. Leonardo da Vinci understood the human tendency to procrastinate and the challenges of overcoming inertia. This quote highlights the importance of early resistance to negative habits or influences, emphasizing proactive intervention. In our lives, this wisdom reminds us that tackling challenges early can prevent them from becoming more formidable over time. The deeper the feeling, the greater the pain. Da Vinci, who deeply explored human emotions in his art, recognized the intensity of emotional experiences. This quote reflects the profound truth that our deepest emotions are often linked to our greatest pains. In contemporary life, it serves as a reminder of the vulnerability and strength found in our emotional depth, encouraging us to embrace our feelings as part of our human experience. The function of muscle is to pull and not to push, except in the case of the genitals and the tongue. Leonardo da Vinci's keen observation of anatomy led to this insightful remark on the unique mechanics of muscles. This quote highlights the specialized function of muscles, emphasizing their design for specific movements. In modern contexts, it reminds us of the importance of understanding the natural capabilities and limitations of our bodies, encouraging a respect for biological design. As you cannot do what you want what you can do. This statement reflects Leonardo da Vinci's practical approach to life, focusing on achievable goals. The essence of this quote is about adapting desires to one's abilities, promoting a realistic and achievable mindset. Its relevance today lies in encouraging us to focus on what we can realistically achieve, fostering a sense of accomplishment and contentment with our capabilities. One has no right to love or hate anything if one has not acquired a thorough knowledge of its nature. Great love springs from great knowledge of the beloved object, and if you know it but little, you will be able to love it only a little or not at all. Leonardo da Vinci's profound understanding of nature and human emotions is reflected in this insightful observation. This quote emphasizes the importance of deep understanding and knowledge in forming genuine emotions towards something or someone. Its relevance today lies in encouraging a culture of learning and understanding before forming opinions or emotions, promoting a more empathetic and informed society. I thought I was learning to live, I was only learning to die. This introspective statement from Leonardo da Vinci reveals his contemplative nature on life and mortality. The essence of this quote lies in the realization that life and death are intertwined and that understanding one's mortality is a part of truly understanding life. Its relevance today is in reminding us of the transient nature of life, urging us to live more fully and consciously, appreciating every moment. Every now and then go away, have a little relaxation, for when you come back to your work your judgment will be sure. Go some distance away because then the work appears smaller and more of it can be taken in at a glance, and a lack of harmony and proportion is more readily seen. Leonardo da Vinci's approach to creativity and problem solving is encapsulated in this advice, highlighting the value of stepping back to gain perspective. The essence of this quote is about the importance of taking breaks and distancing oneself from work to refresh the mind and enhance decision-making. Its relevance today is significant in our fast-paced world, reminding us that taking time off is crucial for maintaining productivity and creativity. Appreciation for joining our journey.